Qatar. Yes, most of you have seen the red flags of what you call fake offer letters, fake companies, job scammers, victim falling into the same category of being scammed. Either you're being scammed by commission, or you're being scammed by company changing for you, or you're being scammed by company promising you higher salary. Yes, in that regard, you've got off guard, especially when it comes to job hunting in Qatar. Yes, remember, when you talk about Qatar job hunting, we are looking at a guide on how we can safeguard and to have what you call a legit employment. Yes, when you look at job scammers, a common problem in Qatar. Yes, most of you have seen the red flags of what you call fake offer letters, fake companies, job scammers, victim falling into the same category of being scammed. Either you're being scammed by commission, or you're being scammed by company changing for you, or you're being scammed by company promising you higher salary. Yes, in that regard, some of you been scammed by companies organizing what you call work interviews, but at the end of it all, they do not have the jobs. However, they definitely, some try to say they will collect your documentation, say they promise you, pay up some money, pay up for this, and at the end of it all, no one is being. So when you look at such as most of those, that's what I call some of the red flags. We call red flags, or what you call scammers, what you call fake scammers, or what you call job scammers in Qatar. And most of you will agree with me. There are scammers here, there are job scammers here, or there are scammers in Qatar. Definitely, that you never to agree. However, how do we avoid falling the victims of some of these job huntings traps that definitely we cannot have? Yes, most of you opted to looking for job hunting. However, how do you get off these traps to be able to live? Yes, how do you definitely know that this is scamming, this is scamming offer letter, this is a scamming job interview? Yes, there's a lot of red flags that definitely you definitely understand in Qatar that this is a job scamming. Okay, let's say for example we say this what you call a job advertisement that is being put out. Let's say for example it can be on printouts, or if it can be shared by the groups, and most of you fall in culprits. First of all, if there's a job advertisement that is put in Qatar, let's say for that particular company, yes, the tips that I can give you, try to find out. Yes, most of what is very important, what's very good here in Qatar is that all these numbers of these companies, or this website of this company, that company website must exist if it's a genuine company, and that company must have what you call an official line if it's a legit company. Get the number of that company that is given, call and say, hello, so and so, I just got a job advert or running on come. I just want to find out whether the job exists. Yes, if that company job exists, definitely will get back to you. And also go online, try to cross-check, try to check the variable information regarding to that company. And most of you, which you've not done, the moment you hear job advert, since the situation is so alarming on your side, you definitely run to a job advert. And most of you have ended up doing job interviews in what you call even hotel rooms, and these employers, these scammers have ended up taking you into your hotel rooms. Say, okay, if you need a job interview, come to this hotel room, I'll do interview from here. What kind of company that interviews people in what you call hotel rooms? So most of you have ended up being culprits, being used in that kind of regard. So the best thing for you to do, if you hear a job advert, there's a job working interview. Yes, there are a lot of job work interview, research about the company. That's a good thing. You can collect all the variable information here in Qatar regarding to the company. Yes, then if also it's a connection to a person, then definitely also try to make a thorough research of that. And jobs that require you to pay what you call commission before get to connect you. Yes, when you look at hiring companies, when you see companies that are looking for services of individual, they will never let you pay for what you call commission for that regard. However, some of you have ended up what you call the personal basis on what you call personal decision, whereby you've been connecting with friends and a friend connecting to another work where it deserves what you call commission in that regard. And either still most of you been also being scammed in one way or the other, that you find you pay a friend and the friend there is no connection in any job. So you find that you as yourself, because of the anxiety, because of the thirst for work, then definitely being able to be flagged off in one of. There are people that are being giving you phone calls. I'm giving you a phone call. Hello, your name is this. Can you please come to this place? We've been hired, or you've been selected for the interview, and most of you put yourself into panic to go in those places, and most of you've ended up even going into people's residential places, thinking that this is the place where you're going to have interview. So most of those red flags, if you see such kind of thing without proper addresses, without proper misspellings on her, no proper job titles, no proper announcement, no give you the real reception coordinated numbers, yes, you find that most of those things are, most of those companies or most of those advertisements will be misleading and maybe scamming you or want to scam you out of. And most of the people scammed you of your documents. People share your documents, share your passport, share your QID. Remember, to some situation, you're giving the vulnerability of your documents to be used by that person who is asking for the document. That's why most of you phone into country, you find that your QID has dates on one way because someone else used your QID for those kind of instances. So you find those kind of jobs coming around. However, something that you need to understand, you need to be very careful and take insight. You should also take up what you call a thorough research for that kind of job that is being advised, or for that kind of work interview. Try to check around with the information of the company. Don't just run for everything that comes your way, you run. Someone calls for a job interview, is in a hotel room, he gives you location, the location takes you direct to a hotel, but the job advertisement was showing what you call a grocery shop, or the job advertisement is actually showing the position of what you call a salesman in a shop. But also you see the person who's sending you a location for interview, sending you a location, and is in a hotel room. So when you go there, then that means you're falling into what you call a culprit in one way or the other. So something that definitely you need to understand for such a kind of job hunting. When it comes to job hunting here, you also need to be very careful when it comes to job hunting and where to go to avoid being scammed of what you call your resources. Some of you being scammed of your body, some of you being scammed of your money, and definitely those are some of the things that definitely should put into consideration and an insight for you to be able to live in one way or the other. Hope I've tried to share something for you. Be careful, look for legitimate employment. Job offers, the job offers should have all the requirements that are according to law and should be entitled and written on according to what you call the procedures and government. If you see these companies giving a job offer that is incomplete, then definitely no. Some companies have been advertising, some companies don't even have offices. People are operating in malls, people are overlaid. So all this is a recruiter that's recruiting you, and it does not have an office, not even a demarcated area, an office, definitely gazetted for his job, and he's doing all his work in, let's say, mall, in a park, where it's calling you to have interview. I come in the park, I'm in the park, then definitely will understand this is scammer, is taking advantage of you. Hope I've tried to share something for you. Be careful when it comes to Qatar. Yes, much of the situation sometimes may be alarming or may be over your way. You should just be a little bit very careful and make sure you live in your way, out of yourself, not to be scammed of the little resources that definitely may have at hand. Thank you so much.